my Super Mario Galaxy movie review. Spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the movie. Let me just start off by saying I enjoyed the crap out of this movie. Look, if you're a Nintendo fan or a Mario fan, this movie is going to have you hyped out of your seat. From the beginning to the end, the references, the Easter eggs, and the cameos are all just amazing. It really is an enjoyable and fun movie, and when you watch this movie, you're just going to be in awe at what you're seeing on screen. It really makes you feel like a kid just watching these characters, the power-ups, and moments come to life in the movie. This movie will definitely be a fun time at the movies, especially if you're a Nintendo or Mario fan, but even though I say this, I can still see as to why some people like this movie and why some didn't. Let me start off with the positives I have, because easily one of the best parts of this movie was Bowser and Bowser Jr. They just worked so well together. Every time they were on screen together, it was just wholesome and funny. I think these two really gave most of the funny moments within the movie. These were the ones that mainly made me laugh most of the time. They just worked so well together, it made me want to root for them some of the times. And to be honest, I personally just like Bowser Jr. and how he was portrayed in this movie. I thought a bratty kid who just admires his dad and wants to take over the galaxy with him fits perfectly for his character. Another positive of this movie for me was definitely the visuals. This movie was just so beautiful to look at. Illumination has really nailed down the look of the Mario movie and the Mario world. Every scene you look at is just stunning and beautiful, and it really brings you into the world of Mario. Now, I do understand where people are coming from when it comes to this movie's negatives, because for me, my biggest complaint I had for this movie, and one that I think everyone will agree on it, is the pacing. This movie just moves way too fast. It doesn't give you time to breathe and really take in the moments that it's giving you, and it felt like we were speedrunning a Mario level with how fast things were moving from one thing to another. Everything felt so rushed, from going to space all the way to the final battle, and because of how rushed it was, it felt like they tried to cram in too much into the movie, but it also felt like they weren't able to put in some of the right stuff that should have been in the movie. This also brings me to my next negative for this movie, which was the power-ups. For a Galaxy movie, we really didn't get to see many power-ups. I was really expecting way more power-ups than the ones we got, at least the main power-ups from the Galaxy games. We really only got to see a few power-ups through the movie, and the power-ups that we did get just felt like they were used way too quickly, and we really didn't get as many power-ups as we should have gotten for a Galaxy movie. And my final complaint for this movie was definitely not enough planets. For a Mario Galaxy movie, we really only saw and dove into a few planets, and half the time the planets we saw were just small planets that they flew right by. It felt like they could have done way more with the planets. I really expected us to go to a lot of the planets from each of the Galaxy games, but we never really did, and I just see that as wasted potential. I really expected Mario to go from planet to planet searching for Peach, and maybe do a montage of them planet hopping, kind of how they did that montage of them keeping the Mushroom Kingdom safe, but instead, because of how fast this movie was moving, they really didn't have enough time to do that. This movie is a fun time at the movies type of movie. It lacks a good story, and the pacing is just way too quick. If you're a Nintendo fan or a Mario fan, you'll definitely have a good time, and you might not even care about the story or pacing problems, mainly because you'll just be in awe of how great everything looks and just seeing this world come to life. But for those of you looking for a good story and decent pacing, I think you won't find this movie all that good. I had a friend who wasn't really expecting much from this movie, but ended up saying it was better than he expected, so there are some funny moments and good scenes that will have you enjoying this movie. For the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I would rate this a 7 out of 10. Even though I'm a huge Mario fan and there were a lot of exciting moments and scenes that had me as a Mario fan hyped out of my seat, I can't look over the fact that the movie had a bad story and the pacing problems of it being way too quick. With that being said, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you would rate the Super Mario Galaxy movie.